there is no perfect body, there is just no perfect figure, there is no perfect way to look, because there is no perfect body that exists. But what exists is your love for your body and your acceptance for yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Rachna Khanna Singh and I'm a mental wellness, relationship and lifestyle expert, and I'm back again with my show, the third episode of Real Lives with Dr. Rachna Khanna Singh in collaboration with Sipping Thoughts. So today I thought we are going to bring in an expert who's a nutritionist and a functional medicine expert to understand what is going on really. So, I came across this beautiful saying by Sister Shivani, which says that, Jaisa dhan, vaisa an. Jaisa an, vaisa man. Jaisa man, vaisa tan. So that stuck to my head. And I said, let's understand how everything is so interrelated. So welcome Neha Ranglani into the third episode of our show.
Hi Rachna, it's such a pleasure to be here on your show. And quickly, in a nutshell, I'm Neha Ranglani. I'm an integrative nutritionist, health coach, and a functional medicine practitioner. And I help people improve, reverse their health conditions and diseases by integrating their lifestyle and going to the root cause of their issue, understanding what deficiencies they have, which aspect of their life is causing the problem, and from there helping them set up a routine, their diet, and with the right supplementation and just the right lifestyle, help them to reverse these conditions to their best capacity.
I wanted to understand that, in your field, what are you finding, pre-pandemic and post-pandemic? We know in our field that mental health has completely come to the forefront. So I wanted to know, as a nutritionist, you see a lot of people. So what is it that you are finding? Where are you finding that is the mental health being affected? What's going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is such a relevant question because after pandemic, I have noticed such a surge in mental health issues in my clients. Like at least 8 out of 10 people tick depression or anxiety in their health history form, and I think the other 2 people who don't tick maybe are not even aware that they are facing some sort of mental or emotional issues. Because I think after pandemic, the life completely changed, our attitude, our work patterns, just the way we were living life completely changed, and that changed us as people. And of course there was social anxiety, there was so much worry about our future, there was so much uncertainty. And of course during the pandemic also our diet went for a toss, because we were at home grazing all the time, eating all the wrong foods, maybe trying new dishes at home which were not so healthy. Of course some people were trying healthy and were taking care of their health, but many of us were just letting loose, binge watching television and just eating throughout the day. And I think all of that has affected our mental health to a great extent, where I see a lot of anxiety, which also comes from the gut, depression, and not able to process their emotions well. So I see that a lot in my clients after pandemic.
That's a lot if you're saying that 8 out of 10 people are ticking that there is something not right with their mental health, and that is something which they are aware of. So, you brought what you were talking about, brought forward about the gut. So, somehow we all have this understanding it's our brain that releases the neurotransmitters which combat anxiety and depression. But the truth is that it's the gut which releases 95% of the neurotransmitters, which specifically serotonin, which is the good hormone which actually combats anxiety, depression, and other mental health concerns.
Yeah, I mean वो सेरोटोनिन वो काम करता है जो आप जो पीपल आप स्मोकिंग करते हो, अल्कोहल करते हो टू फील हैप्पी एंड टू फील हाई, दिस इज़ व्हाट सेरोटोनिन डज. एंड सेरोटोनिन आपके मूड्स को स्टेबल रखता है, आपके इमोशंस को स्टेबल रखता है, आपको हेल्प करता है कि आप अपने थॉट्स एंड इमोशंस को अच्छे से प्रोसेस कर सके. देयर इज सो मच दैट सेरोटोनिन डज. बिसाइड्स दैट इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स विथ योर गट मोटिलिटी. अगर सेरोटोनिन नहीं है तो आपका खाना जो ऊपर से नीचे तक जाना चाहिए वो अच्छे से नहीं जाता है, एंड दैट्स व्हेन वी गेट कॉन्स्टिपेटेड, दैट्स व्हेन वी गेट IBS एंड ऑल दीज प्रॉब्लम्स start happening. So in short, what we are eating and जितना हम स्ट्रेस लेते हैं, क्योंकि हम ऑफ कोर्स गलत खाते हैं, मैदा, फ्राइड, शुगर, वी आर ड्रिंकिंग कोला, सोडाज, and we are eating a lot of processed and junk food. in our day-to-day life, because convenience is the key right now for sustaining life. And also the amount of stress we are taking, we are stressing out about everything, we are overthinking, we are ruminating, we are constantly angry, or we are, we are always worried about something. That kind of a state puts your digestive system in a shutdown mode.
Neha, while we do understand, so you're clearly saying basically कि nutrition and mental health का आप देख रहे हो at a ground level बहुत ज़्यादा interlink है. उसके बिना it's hand in hand. So it's like जो हम खाते हैं, we are, in fact Ayurveda has this famous saying, right, कि whatever we are what we eat.
I want to correct that, Rachna. Actually, we are not what we eat only. We are what we eat, digest, absorb, assimilate and utilize within our cells. Because जब तक वो सेल में नहीं जाएगा, आपका सेल्यूलर हेल्थ ठीक नहीं होगा, आपका ओवरऑल वेलबींग ठीक नहीं होगा. सो इट्स नॉट जस्ट व्हाट वी आर ईटिंग, इट्स व्हाट वी आर अल्टीमेटली यूटिलाइजिंग इन आवर सेल्स.
We're seeing a lot of body image issues. I see that a lot every day in my clinic. And one of the large studies, international studies, says that 70% of the adolescent girls and 50% of the adolescent boys think that they are dissatisfied with their bodies, and they think that the standard is thinness. And coming back to, and adding another thing to it, saying that 35% of these kids, or 35% of the people, they are getting all these ideas from social media.
It's very important to understand कि आपको किस स्पेस से अपने बॉडी को चेंज करना है. इज इट कमिंग फ्रॉम अ स्पेस ऑफ सेल्फ हेट एंड सेल्फ लोथ, और इज इट कमिंग फ्रॉम अ स्पेस ऑफ सेल्फ लव. सेल्फ लव से जब आता है तब आप अपने बॉडी को एक्सेप्ट करते हो, जैसी आपकी बॉडी है आप उससे प्यार करते हो, एंड यू जस्ट स्ट्राइव टू मेक इट बेटर. बट जब आप अपनी बॉडी को हेट करते हो बिकॉज आपकी बॉडी किसी और के जैसे नहीं दिख रही है, देन यू गेट इन टू दीज एक्सट्रीम ड्रास्टिक मेजर्स, या कुछ भी आप इंटरनेट से उठा लोगे, 18 घंटे फास्टिंग कर लोगे, जूस फास्टिंग कर लोगे, यू डू all of that, and then the body will get more and more damaged, and you'll get more and more symptoms which you're not going to like. In fact, बहुत लोग और weight put on कर लेते हैं, and then there's more self hate, and then this whole vicious cycle kind of doesn't end. So एक तो ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप जैसे हो you're enough. आपको there is no perfect body, there is just no perfect figure, there is no perfect way to look, because there is no perfect body that exists. But what exists is your love for your body and your acceptance for yourself. The only thing I'd want to say is no one size fits all, because when we see something on the internet, it's generic. That information is for a mass audience, it's for a large audience who's watching the video. Sometimes millions and millions watch one video. Does that mean that one tip or that one nuska does it apply to all of us? No, it doesn't, because everybody's body is different. We are such unique individuals, each of us have a unique DNA, and if we do not cater to our unique needs, we are literally creating so much damage and harm for our body, and we don't understand that. So for the sake of just having a particular body or a particular way we want to look, we start doing things that we see on the internet.
You also being an influencer, like one word said and so many people will follow. So you also obviously become socially responsible and accountable for what you're saying. So you tell me some simple tips, what you say which people can follow, or what is the accountability you keep at in your hands in place?
Yeah, I would like to say that we are health propagators, and yes, we shoulder a huge responsibility to influence people with a blink of a wink, and we should have our principles in place when we are talking about anything that we are talking, because people are trusting us and people are believing us. So whatever we put out then, whatever comes out of our mouth has to be really thought very well before we do it and before we put it out there. So what I would say is that what everyone should do is first start focusing on a healthy routine. Now you can't outdo a healthy routine with supplements or with medications or any other thing. You have to have the right sleeping time, the right waking up time. You need to move your body well. You need to make sure you focus on your breath, and you do have some silent moments during the day. These are prerequisites of a healthy body and a healthy life.
And Neha, lastly, I want to understand from you is that, in your day-to-day work, you see so many people, and you also must be getting stressed with someone saying that, oh, I'm too thin, I'm too fat, I can't eat this, I can eat this. How does that make your life run, and how do you really keep your balance going?
That's a great question because, Prashna, we always think that people who are obese or people who are fat or overweight are the ones who are worried. But actually, I have a lot of thin and ectomorphs also, as we call it, at the body type ectomorphs, who are really thin, have a high metabolism, and they are not able to gain weight. They are also super stressed. Like just the other day, I was with somebody, and that girl was very thin, like but she was so conscious, and she said, "Don't click my picture like this because I know I'm going to look like a dundee or like a hanger." These are the words people use, and then you realize that nobody is happy with the way they look, whether it's overweight, whether it's thin, whether it's whatever. Everybody has some sort of consciousness around their body, and they just don't feel good in their body, no matter what their body type or shape is. So obese people think that thin people are very lucky and they don't have any such issues, but that's wrong. Thin people also have body image issues, and they also feel underconfident with the way they look because of their thin bodies. So this happens like all the time. And like you rightly said, I have people coming to me, and there are times they weep, they share their stories, and sometimes, as a health coach, you do get flown by their stories, and you emotionally get connected to what they are going through. But then, over the years, over the 15 years of practice, I have learned to detach myself from the story, but still be there for them and not get emotionally sucked up in their emotions, so that I am able to handle and deal with them better and help them better. Because if I am emotionally stable and I am keeping myself grounded, that's when I can help my clients better.
So, what do you follow for yourself sitting at that desk so that you keep yourself healthy?
Get off refined sugar, because that instantly damages gut health. Manage your stress well, because we don't realize it, but stress can be super damaging to our gut more than anything else. And the third thing is, experiment with dairy and gluten, because these are the two foods today which are absolutely damaging gut health. So remove them, eliminate it for 1 month, see how your gut feels, and maybe that's going to help you to improve gut health over the months to come, and then sort of reintroduce them and see how it works for you.
Thanks so much, Neha. It was so enthralling having you with us, and there's so much information.
Likewise.
And I'm happy that we are all going to start leading a healthier diet, a healthier and happier lifestyle after speaking to you.